Welcome back to our channel, where we journey through the legendary tales of ancient India. Today, we revisit the Kuru kingdom and the aftermath of Bhishma's birth, a pivotal moment that shaped the destiny of Hastinapur. After the birth of Bhishma, Ganga, his divine mother, completed her mission and returned to the heavenly realms, leaving King Shantanu to raise his son alone. Years passed, and Shantanu continued to rule Hastinapur with wisdom and integrity. However, his heart still longed for companionship and love. One day, while hunting near the river, Shantanu encountered a beautiful young woman named Satyavati. She was the daughter of a fisherman named Dasharaja, and her enchanting presence captivated Shantanu. Overwhelmed by his feelings, Shantanu approached Satyavati and expressed his desire to marry her. However, Satyavati hesitated as she was concerned about her family's honor and the potential consequences of a union with the king. Sensing her reluctance, Shantanu promised to respect her wishes and approached her father to seek his approval for their marriage. Dasharaja, knowing the king's reputation and the potential benefits of an alliance with Hastinapur, agreed to the marriage proposal on the condition that any sons born to Satyavati would inherit the throne of Hastinapur, bypassing Bhishma, who was Shantanu's rightful heir. This condition placed Shantanu in a dilemma. He longed for love and companionship, but was torn by the prospect of compromising his son's birthright. Bhishma, then known as Devavrata, witnessed his father's distress and took a solemn oath to resolve the situation. Bhishma vowed lifelong celibacy and renounced his claim to the throne, ensuring his father's happiness and honoring his duty as a son. This selfless sacrifice earned him the name Bhishma, meaning terrible or fear, symbolizing the strength of his resolve. With Bhishma's sacrifice easing his burden, Shantanu approached Satyavati once more. This time, empowered by his son's pledge, he sought to win her hand. Satyavati, touched by Shantanu's sincerity and Bhishma's sacrifice, agreed to marry the king, setting the stage for a new chapter in Hastinapur's legacy. After the marriage of Shantanu and Satyavati, the Kuru kingdom witnessed both joyous moments and unfolding challenges that would shape its future. With Satyavati by his side, Shantanu found renewed happiness and companionship. Their union brought forth two sons, Chitrangada and Vichitravirya, who were raised under the watchful eye of Bhishma, their elder half-brother and guardian. Chitrangada, the elder son, grew into a valiant and courageous prince, embodying the noble virtues of his lineage. He ascended to the throne of Hastinapur after Shantanu's passing, ruling with honor and integrity. However, Chitrangada's reign was cut short by destiny. In a tragic twist of fate, he fell in battle against a Gandharva warrior named Chitrangada, after whom he was named. Despite his bravery, Chitrangada's untimely demise left Hastinapur in mourning and uncertainty. With the sudden loss of Chitrangada, the burden of succession fell upon Vichitravirya, the younger son of Shantanu and Satyavati. Still in his youth, Vichitravirya was not yet prepared to assume the responsibilities of kingship. Realizing the precarious situation of the kingdom, Bhishma took it upon himself to secure a suitable heir for Hastinapur. He understood the importance of maintaining the lineage and ensuring the continuity of the royal bloodline. With this in mind, Bhishma embarked on a quest to find worthy brides for his half-brothers, Vichitravirya. Bhishma traveled far and wide, seeking alliances with powerful kingdoms and noble families. His search led him to the kingdom of Kashi, ruled by King Salva, renowned for his beautiful daughters. Bhishma proposed a marriage alliance between the princesses of Kashi and his brothers, which King Salva accepted, seeing it as a prestigious opportunity. The princesses of Kashi, Amba, Ambika, and Ambalika, were prepared to marry the princes of Hastinapur. However, fate had other plans. Amba, who was already betrothed to another prince, expressed her desire to marry him instead. This created a dilemma for Bhishma, as he couldn't force Amba to marry against her will. In a turn of events, Amba's betrothed prince refused to accept her due to her association with Bhishma. Feeling betrayed and humiliated, Amba turned to Bhishma for help, but he could not undo the situation. Consumed by rage and vengeance towards Bhishma, Amba vowed to seek revenge for her honor and dignity. Ambalika and Ambika became the queens of Hastinapur through their marriages with Vichitravirya. However, Vichitravirya's reign was short-lived as he succumbed to illness before producing an heir, leaving Hastinapur without a direct successor. In the face of this crisis, Satyavati approached sage Vyasa, her son from her previous marriage, with a proposal rooted in tradition, the practice of Nioga. Nioga is an ancient Hindu practice mentioned in the scriptures that allowed for the continuation of a family lineage or dynasty when there was a need for a male heir. It involved a ritual where a woman, usually a widow or a wife of a deceased man who was childless, would be impregnated by another man. The purpose of Nioga was to ensure the progeny and continuity of the family or royal lineage, especially when there was no male heir to carry forward the family name or inherit property and responsibilities. Nioga was traditionally conducted by a revered sage or a designated individual who acted out of duty and responsibility rather than personal desires. The purpose was to fulfill the duty of ensuring progeny and lineage continuity, especially in cases where there was no direct heir. Vyasa agreed, and thus, Ambika and Ambalika gave birth to Dhritarashtra and Pandu respectively. However, Ambika closed her eyes in fear during the union, resulting in Dhritarashtra being born blind. Ambalika, on the other hand, turned pale out of shock. Hence, Pandu was born with a pale complexion, reflecting the impact of his mother's emotional state during conception. Seeing the kingdom in need of a ruler, Bhishma acted as regent until Dhritarashtra came of age. Meanwhile, Vidura, the son of Vyasa, and a maid named Parishrami, was born wise and righteous. Though not eligible for the throne due to his low birth, Vidura became a trusted advisor to the throne, valued for his wisdom and integrity. That's it for today. We hope you enjoyed this episode delving into ancient Indian mythology. Stay tuned as we continue this epic tale in our next video, exploring more captivating stories from the Mahabharata. If you found this content intriguing, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful narratives on Indian history and mythology. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to sharing more fascinating stories with you. Until next time.